Hello there, my name is Sarah Thomas. I'm a personal trainer, a fitness instructor, as well as a nutritionist. And today I want to talk to you about those nights, and I know you've had them because we all have, those nights where you feel like you're too tired, you are too overscheduled to even think about cooking dinner. You've been there, right? I know I have. I'm a mom of 3 little ones. I'm a business owner. I teach classes. I see personal training clients one-on-one, as well as running an online business. Now, I'm also the founder and creator of Burn, Fat, and Feast, which is a 7-week online wellness program, mainly for women, that teaches nutrition as well as fitness. It puts it all together in a beautiful puzzle piece so that we can make fitness and wellness work for us in a way that simplifies rather than makes things overwhelming and stressed out. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 ways to get your macros in on those days, on those weeks where you feel like you just can't do anymore and you'd rather just go through the drive-thru. So we're gonna keep you out of the drive-thru. We're gonna keep you healthier and fueling your body with the food that it wants and needs to function optimally. Okay, are you in? Tip number 1 is to visit your produce section. So rather than going through the drive-thru, you're simply gonna hop into the grocery store. It's gonna take maybe 2 more minutes to hop into the grocery store and then eat at home. You will thank yourself later. You're gonna go, number 1, to the produce section. This is my favorite. Here's what you're gonna do when you get there. You're gonna pick up a variety of different types of salad kits. These are everywhere. Choose one that sounds appealing to you. This is a spinach one. This one is a kale chopped salad that I get all the time because my kids absolutely love it. These are great to have on hand. You can certainly change out the dressing. A lot of times we don't use the dressing because it has dairy in it and we're gluten and dairy free. So depending on your nutritional needs, you can swap some of that out clearly. Obviously, you can also get just regular spinach, have that on hand to make your own salad. But when we don't want to do that, these are great. Now, the only problem with these is that we don't have protein. And if you know me, and if you follow me, you know anything about my Burn, Fat, and Feast program, you also know that I do not feel that this is enough for a meal. You need some protein. You need to have carbs and protein. We got our carbs right here. But easy protein while you're in that grocery store, rotisserie chicken. I pick this up every single time I'm at the grocery store. It's quick, it's easy, it smells delicious. I wish you could smell this right now because it smells absolutely amazing and I want to eat it on my way home all the time, which you could totally do, right? I mean, no judgment here. So this is so easy to throw in that salad. You got your protein, you got your veggies, boom. Dinner is done. Here's an example of another salad that my kids love, and they actually got this today. This is a Cobb salad kit. So clearly you have your protein in here. You've got some turkey and some eggs. So this is a grab and go type of thing. Another thing you can do in your produce section is just start looking around. So many grocery stores are pre-making things that you can grab and go. Again, it is just as easy to do that as it is to go to the drive-thru, and you're gonna save some money. So one thing that I've noticed that our grocery store has started to do is they have a section that is called Meal Kit, I believe, and they have everything portioned out for you. So I'm sure you've heard of meal delivery services where the food's not cooked yet, but it's all portioned out. It has everything that you need to make that meal right there. Our grocery store is now carrying that. So check to see if your grocery store is carrying that as well. That's another option. Obviously, you're gonna have to cook it. So yeah, it's gonna take some more time, but while you're in the grocery store grabbing your salad and your rotisserie chicken, maybe you're gonna grab a meal kit for tomorrow night. Okay, tip number 2 is to visit your frozen food section. Now, let me say this with a little bit of a disclaimer. It is really easy to go to your frozen food section and pick the wrong things. There are some healthy things there and some terrible things there. So choose wisely when you go to the frozen food section. We're mainly going to stay in the frozen vegetable section. So we're not going to the frozen pizza section. We're not going to the frozen TV dinner section. Go to the frozen veggie section. Your grocery store is making this so easy. Actually, I should say the brands are making this so easy. So here's an example. This is Green Giant. These are called rice veggies. It's a cauliflower medley. It's kind of have a glare, but hopefully you can see that. So it is a rice cauliflower medley. Looks like it has peas, some carrots, and some green onions in it. So I just picked this up the other day, and here's what I'm going to do with this. We already had some raw shrimp at home. I'm going to pair these together, add some Bragg's liquid aminos, some coconut aminos to this so it has a little bit of that Chinese flavor to it, and we're going to have shrimp fried rice. Now, I've made this before and it's pretty good. Now, obviously, if you're gonna do it fresh, it's a little bit better, but this is a meal that takes more time to cook than it takes my children to get downstairs when I tell them it's time for dinner. You guys know what I mean? Mamas? Anybody? Maybe? Yeah. It takes my kids more than 5 minutes to come downstairs when I say, kids, dinner's ready, than it takes shrimp to cook in my pan. So, that's the first thing that you can look for. If you don't like shrimp, you can obviously add chicken. You can use your rotisserie chicken if you want to. So another thing that we do often is we pick up meatballs. These are Italian style meatballs. Again, be very careful, read some labels. Once you find a brand that you know is natural, doesn't have a lot of added in it, then you can stick with it. So this is one that I know is all natural. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. My kids like it. It's pre-cooked. We just heat it and serve. So we do a lot of things with this. Sometimes we will just have this, throw some all-natural spaghetti sauce on top, have some gluten-free pasta, a side salad with it. Sometimes I will take this blend right here, which is an onion and pepper blend, put this together, throw some spaghetti sauce on top of it, and call it a night. So simple, yet healthy. Only takes maybe 5 minutes to cook. Here's one more option. This is a chicken taco skillet. It's very similar to their chicken fajita mix, but everything is already in here. So it's chicken, it's the vegetables, it's the seasoning and everything. A lot of times we use our own seasoning, but again, when you're in a bind, this is better than your drive-thrus, right? Okay, your third and final tip today is simply this. When you are not stressed and you are not overscheduled, let's think, when would that be? I'm sure at some point you've been there. I know, we're stressed, we're overscheduled, we've got a ton going on. But when you have a weekend, when you have a night, when you have maybe a Sunday afternoon to plan ahead, use that time. Use that time to cook, use that time maybe to prep and make extra. So the days and the nights when you are cooking a meal, make 2 or 3 and freeze one so that you can have it later. Here's an example of one that I have done recently. My family likes meatloaf, and so I was making a meatloaf the other night and thought, I should just make 2. Typically, a meatloaf will serve us for 2 nights. And so when I cook one night, it's gonna serve us for 2 nights. Love those meals, right? So I already knew one meatloaf was gonna serve my family for 2 nights. Now, what I did was, as I was already mixing the meat and the onions and the peppers, I took the meatloaf and doubled it so that I made another pan of meatloaf. Once I was done mixing everything, I wrapped that one up really well and I put it in the freezer. So now I have a meatloaf in my freezer. When I have one of those weeks that we were just talking about and I feel overwhelmed and stressed, I can pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw out, throw it in the oven, dinner is done. Maybe I'll add one of these cauliflower rice and dinner is served. So those are your 3 tips. I hope that they helped you, and I hope that you can put these in place moving forward when you feel crazy busy, like you have no time for anything else. Hopefully this will help you and your family stay on track, fitting your macros in and day out. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure that you like and you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon.